All right, welcome to my island. No, this is the island called Otojima in Kadogawa, and it is uninhabited, but it's basically a park for the town, and it's a pretty popular destination, especially in the summertime. There are a bunch of wooden cabins up in the hill above the beach area, so if you want, you can come and camp here. And there's some trails, and you can hike around the island, and there are some rock climbing spots on the other side of the ocean side of the island. So you can do all kinds of fun water activities here. Behind me you can see we have a little kayak. You can do stand-up paddle boarding. There were a bunch of kids here snorkeling earlier this morning. There's all kind of colorful tropical fish in the water here. So it's a fun place to come if you want to see some of the local sea life. It's a really quick boat ride from Kadogawa port over to the island. You can also charter a boat from Iorigawa, which is around 1,500 yen. For groups of 10 or more, it's only 1,000 yen. And of course, you can swim here for free. But it is a nice place to come spend a summer day. Today, we did some of the boating and stand-up paddleboarding, and we had a barbecue. There's a bunch of barbecues that live in one of the buildings by the bathrooms here. So if you come over, you can just grab a barbecue and cook up some tasty lunch while you're here. Earlier, some of us did try fishing, and I think we did successfully catch some rockfish or kasago, which are not super common. Like, you can't really buy them in the grocery store or find them in restaurants that often because they're kind of rare, but it is a local specialty, and they like to live in the crevices of the rocks. So you really do not need a boat to get to them. You just sit on the pier out there and dip your rod right in the rocks in the water there. So it's difficult to catch a big one. We caught a bunch of small ones, and we had to throw them back in the water. But if you do get a big one, they are tasty. You can throw them on the grill and eat them. And it's definitely a special local treat, not something you can just like get anywhere. Okay. In the Edo period, Otojima used to be part of the Nobeoka clan's farms, and they used to grow wax trees here, which are, their seeds are not real wax, but it's basically like a plant fat, and they're used to make candles. So even though the island was uninhabited, it was used by the local people, and the wax was actually sold to Osaka, so it was an important source of income for the local aristocracy, which is kind of cool. And there are still some wax trees here, but you don't want to touch them because they can irritate your skin. They're like slightly poisonous, but an interesting piece of local history on Otojima.